first guest of the day. He is the man of the hour, the man we were just talking about at the top of the show. What more can we say about the pride of Georgia, Merab Dvalishvili? Now 13 in a row, 2 straight title defenses. His third title fight in less than a year. He wins the belt back in September. He defends it against Umar in January. He beats Sean O'Malley, and he wants to fight 2 more times in 2025. He has now entered that very prestigious 13 and over win club in a row in the UFC, and he's doing it with style points, with class, with grace, representing his country, representing the organization, the sport, and the belt with the utmost integrity and class. And we can't say enough good things about the man. He is kind enough to join us right now to talk about the big win. There he is, the great Merab Dvalishvili, in his car, just like a regular guy, just like you're going to work back in the day, right? No big deal.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a regular guy, same guy. Yeah, like I still have my old car here in Long Island, and I'm sitting in the car, and thank you, Ariel. That was good promo. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Merab, how do you not, you still seem like the guy that we met many years ago when you first came to the UFC. How are you not letting any of this get to your head? You just headlined in New Jersey. You've now won 13 in a row. It's you, Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, Max Holloway, Islam, John Jones, the biggest names in the history of the sport. You're the king at 135. There's no end in sight, yet you seem like the exact same down-to-earth, humble guy. And I'm not just saying that to brag about you, but there is nothing that suggests that you have changed. How are you not letting any of this get to you?
I still have to get better, and I'm a same guy. I am same mindset. I don't think I achieve something. I feel like I have so much left over. Like I have left. I think I have so much to prove. I'm just keep going. I'm just focused for each fight, and yeah, all these records and numbers is good, but yeah, like I don't think. And then just more numbers and stuff, but yeah, everything is same.
I'm wondering if part of your motivation going into this fight was, all right, I have to beat this guy again. I just beat him in September, but this time I have to do it more dominantly. I have to stop him. Was that a goal? Was that a major goal? Because, the last time you won, it was dominant to a degree, but it was a decision. So you have to think like, okay, anything I did back then, I could do better. Was that part of the mindset going into the fight?
Yes, of course. You always wanna to do better fight next fight. Especially, it was my rematch, and I wanted to do way better than first time. When I was fighting first time, Sean for the belt, I wanted to just win the belt, and I take less risk because I know I was winning, and I sometimes I don't I don't risk it, and because I just want to win. Even fifth round I just run around because sorry, somebody call me.
No problem.
Can you still see me?
Yes, I can still see you.
Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to do better, of course. Especially I was fighting same opponent, and also like because of Sean make so many excuse, and now I was thinking, oh, he really may become different person, and he was way better than first time, but because it was rematch, I was supposed to do something extra because my God, sorry. Interview sürdürülebilir.
No problem.
Sorry.
You're an important guy.
Yeah, but yeah, busy. Like that's my hardest moment after fight. Everybody wanna call me, and I only got 2 hours sleep, like just right before, and then I'm trying to answer every phone call, every text, but it's very hard.
I understand. And that's why we appreciate you coming on after the fight for a few moments. Thank you so much. With regards to Sean, you just said you thought he was better. What was better? Was it the takedown defense? Was it something else? I know the fight wasn't as long, but what did you think was better about him this time around?
yeah, takedown defense was much better, and also because he already knew my style, and he know like he realized like I guess he watched my fight and he was doing much good better footwork, and he picks the mistakes that he make first fight. He picks that, but the thing is, I get much better from the last fight, and I fixed that too.
Sure. To be close to home, close to Long Island, to have the president there, to have Mike Tyson there, to have I think a lot of your friends and family, or at least a lot of people from Georgia, were in attendance. To have all these people there watching you, did you feel any sort of nerves? Did you feel any different than your other fight because this one felt a little different?
Um, I like last couple of years I came so professional and I don't have no nerves like before the fight. Like the fight day feels like most comfortable, most relaxing. I'm most happy and in my zone, and I don't feel any pressure, any nerve, anything like that. Um, I'm actually, if I worry something, I wanna push myself to like, hey, you have a fight and you have to nervous, you have to focus, you have to think about fight. I have to push myself to think about fight because I, I care less. Because I do training every day. I do same every day, couple times a day, and but the fact that the fight was near to my second home, Long Island, the fact that it was so many Georgians in the building because in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, there is big community as a Georgians immigrants, and all my teammates from Long Island and friends, New Jersey, and I start my pro career in here in New Jersey, New York, and everybody was here. It was a special moment, and when but it was just this. So I was just happy that I was gonna fight in front of my people. But when we walked to the building, I saw Mike Tyson was there. It was cool, of course, and then yeah, Mr. President Donald Trump was here too. That was also a cool moment. But um, I'm so professional. Like I said, nothing's affecting me, and I go and do my job.
We saw a video after the press conference. You were in your bus, and then you got off the bus to talk to some people. Did you
Yes.
know who they were, or were they just Georgian fans?
Um, yes, I know the bishop from the church, uh, Bishop Saba. I mean, I love him. I respect him. He's like you know, yeah, we the Christian. We are Georgia. We are Christian country, and like most people are Christian. We all live good. We have all religions. We all live good in the country. We have no problem. Like we all live peaceful like U.S. No problem. But as a general, we are Christian country, and the Bishop Saba, he's our father in United States and Canada, and I recognize him. Yeah, and then that's why. And also, all the Georgians are my brothers, and we are a small community, and then they come to my fight. Of course, I have to go see them, give them like love back, and tell them to thank you so much. And yeah, it was every Georgian counts for me, and it means a lot. And I wanna, I'm trying to give back them love because they motivate me and they give me so much energy, always. And I'm grateful for my country and support I get from my country.
And I saw a lovely video from Setanta Sports of, I think, family members back home. Who are these people celebrating early
Yeah,
morning? Who are they?
yeah. So my mother and father. This is my from village, and all the neighbors who lives in my village. Everybody was, not everybody, no, this is like
Sure.
just small group of, like, this is 7 a.m., and then yes, some friends go my house no, nothing. Some neighbors goes my house, some other neighbors, I guess, watching other houses. But yeah, this is my parents' house, and
Wow.
yeah, they watch. He's my father with the silver hair, like sitting there, and yeah, they're watching the fights, and yeah, of course, man, this is the all we like. Wani was happy, Imereti and Georgia, everywhere actually doesn't matter. Swaneti, Kacheti, Megreli, everybody was happy.
I remember the last time you came home, you had a big homecoming after you won the belt. It was an incredible amount of people, a sea of people. I remember the guy on the horse next to you on the bus, and I understand you're going back to Georgia this week. What is that scene going to be like? Do you have any idea what's awaiting you?
Oh my God. A hero's welcome,
Yeah.
but same time it's gonna be a lot of work for me because everybody wanna touch me, everybody wanna kiss me, everybody wanna grab a picture with me, and I will have a great time in Georgia. But I need some strong security still because I wanna give everybody hug, love too, but you know I have only limited time because I'm a human being too. Like sometimes I get burned down too, especially because like I mentioned, I only get since my fight, I only get 2 3 hours sleep. You know, because I like I said, I want to answer everybody, and the love and support I get, especially after the fight, it's amazing, and so it's gonna be great trip in Georgia because I'm sure since we get in Georgia, people will be in airport, and we're gonna move to. Uh, Rick is parking, which is parking Rick, and and the people will waiting for us there, and I have to go visit couple village and just eating Georgian food. And make sure, guys, you watch my social media. I'm gonna post lots of things from Georgia this time, and you guys can just at least watch.
I love it, and we will do that. I may have asked you this question already, Merab, but now that it's even gone further, correct me if I'm wrong. You've exceeded your wildest dreams, right? Like when you were dreaming of this career and hoping to be in the UFC, did you ever think any of this was possible? What you're doing now?
No, it was impossible. Like I was just happy to sign with UFC, and when I have a first fight in UFC and I have some controversial loss, and even judges robbed me or something, I was still happy that I made UFC, and I can tell one day my grandkids that I was fighting in UFC. Even I lost, I'm like I was still happy, and especially they robbed me next fight, and I was 0-2, and but I was still happy that I was in UFC, and then yeah, I cannot. I never imagined to me come this far to come ever champion, because especially there is we know so many good fighters. Uh, there was great fighter, but they never come champion. Like there is many like this, many example like this, and so as you know, it's very hard to break top 15, top 10, and then climb to ladder and to come champion and defend. This is very hard. I'm doing it, but e- I don't think I'm just go step by step. Like I'm just focused of one fight at the time. You know, I'm not thinking even future. I don't know what I was gonna say if I beat O'Malley. Even before interview, you see me as a very realistic. You know, O'Malley may knock me out. He may. I never know because, hey Ariel, trust me. If I knew that I was gonna win 13 fights in a row, I will tell my cousins, "Hey cousins, s- use all my money, bet on me. Use all your money, bet on me. I'm going to win this fight." You know, like or like but it's I don't know that. You know, I know I have to do my best in training. I have to do my best in fighting, and whatever happens. You know, even if I lost, I knew I give all. That's what I'm focused on. I want to give always all, and that's what I'm focused. Like people are saying now, oh, finally one submission. Like guys, how it's very hard to finish Josie Aldo, Henry Cejudo, Peter Yan, Umar Nurmagomedov, and Stall Bell from and Jacket from O'Malley. You know, it's very hard.
In the same
You know,
building
like,
too, in the same
like
arena.
yeah, it's crazy. Coincidence.
By the way, what do you think Sean should do now? Could I ask? Some said before the fight, if he didn't get past you, he should consider 145. Maybe that's too drastic. If you could offer him some advice, what would it be?
I would tell just stay positive, you know, and the loss sometimes is good, you know, makes you even motivated to think about and make you to change more stuff and to get better as a mentally, physically, you know, of course, loss in fight never good, you know, because this is not soccer game or baseball game. You lost the game and you can blame something, weather or something, you know. But here you have to blame yourself and just, just looking for a reason in your head what you have to get better. Just do your best. If you still love this, enjoy. Keep doing it, keep training, and do your best. And as long as you love, keep doing it. And if you don't love anymore, then relax. You know, I mean, he has. I'm sure he's happy dad, and you know, I wish him all the best. But yeah, he can listen. Not everybody will be champion. Only 8 guy will be champion at the time. You know, so but if you still love this fight,
I was just going to suggest if we could reconnect with Merab because it was getting worse and worse, the connection there. So let's reconnect with him. I don't know if you guys did that or if he did that or if his phone died.
Are you implying that we kicked him out?
No, I don't know. I don't know, but
no, we did not. I think his connection.
Yeah,
it was just down. We're working on getting him back right now.
We're efforting, and like I said, I was very happy that you could kind of tell. The UFC doesn't really announce number one contenders or number one contender fights beforehand, but when Rogan asks a question specifically about a contender who happens to be in attendance, you can kind of tell where they're leaning. And so the fact that he mentioned Cory, tremendous flannel and hat that he was wearing, in attendance, didn't come in the cage, it was good enough. And I'm happy to hear that. And I'm happy to see that. I wish there were more number one contender fights. And sometimes it's only a number one contender fight for one guy as opposed to the other. But Cory versus Merab is the fight to make, in my opinion. They had a nice little interaction I saw backstage. It seems like there's just a ton of love and respect between the two of them. Here's Merab doing interviews and here's, look at this. Like these guys are boys. I love it. No bad blood, no beef, no shit talking. The build for this is going to be great. The two of them, I don't want to say underrated, but prolific on social media these days. Thoughtful, entertaining, fun. I feel like we're going to get some good skits out of these two. I don't know what they're saying, but it's nice to see. And it's 100% the fight to make. And I don't think Cory had any sort of guarantee that this is where they were leaning towards, but it's good to be there. It's good to be seen. Good to be in the front row. Good to be in attendance. I loved it. All right, let's go back to Merab. There he is. Okay, hello, Merab. Sorry. Can I ask you about that interaction? We just showed the video of you and Cory backstage. What did you guys say to each other?
I tell him I like his jokes lately. You know, he makes couple skits in social media, and before he was very serious, and now I like his jokes. And me and Aljo was actually talking about. Aljo was mentioning how how funnier he's getting, and which is good, like I'm sure you guys saw. So he was, I believe when he says something about OnlyFans, when I look and I have to ask a couple people, he's joking with us, right? I'm like, because how he was joking, it was really make you believe, like stuff like that. And he made a couple skits like after he win the fight, and yeah, so the jokes I like positive, and that's what I tell him to compliment about that, and I also tell him to. Yeah, he's most deserving contender today. Especially, we never fought each other, and he always was company guy, and he was always fighting the best guys. And he beat a lot of good guys like Song Yudong, Chito Vera, and yeah, close fight with Jan, and yeah.
Figueiredo just recently, and so
Oh.
I'm happy that the UFC kind of said that he's next, and it sounds like you're on board as well. Compared to the guys that you fought recently, Umar, Sean twice, do you think Cory's better than them? Do you think he's a tougher test? And if so, why? And if not, why?
Why? Because his new style, we never fight each other, and we know there is no MMA map, and I may. Style makes fight, and Cory Stayman is not Stayman. Cory Sandhagen is different style. We never fight each other, and will be test for me. I think that's why, because who else? I think Jan has fights with somebody else,
Yeah.
and yeah, and yeah, I don't see any. I don't top of my head. Yeah, maybe eventually Bautista he looks very good also. You know.
Realistically, I know you said 2 more fights this year, but it seems like realistically it will be 1, right?
I guess. Yeah,
If it was up to you, would it be the MSG card in November?
yeah, like as a guy who thinks the New York is second home, of course, I would love to fight here. Especially I never fought here in New York. Um, let me tell you one story from 2019. Um, everything. Like I lost my first 2 as a kind of controversial loss, and then win the third fight, which was in Russia, and then I have a 1 fight left on my contract, which is sport fight, and I have to win this fight to stay in UFC, and who knows, even 2-2 if UFC wants to keep you, and I really have to win my last fight, and they offer me Brett Katona, who was Ultimate Fighter champion in 145, and he was undefeated 9-0. And in the show, he submit Bryce Mitchell, and I'm like, I training with Bryce Mitchell. This guy is monster, and if somebody finish Bryce Mitchell, the guy must be crazy good. And the Brett Katona is from Canada, but he was training in Ireland with Conor McGregor's coach, and he was teammate pretty much with Conor McGregor. And this is 2019, and I'm like still like 7 and maybe 8-4, and the UFC 1-2, and I'm working full-time construction, and I when manager asked me to if I wanna take this fight, of course I always say yes, but this time I say first time to UFC, oh yes, no problem, I will fight Brett Katona, but if it's possible to me fight in New York, in my head I was thinking maybe hopefully if it's my I was thinking if it's my last fight, and if I'm losing this fight, I'd rather lose and fight here in
Wow.
front of my people in New York, and at least it will be my last fight in UFC, and maybe even finish my career, or maybe not, but at least I will have a fight in New York in front of my people,
Wow.
and that will be it. But I guess manager tell UFC what I tell, and then from there, what the fuck. If you wanna fight. If not, then get out of here. And then I'm like, okay, sorry. I'm like, I'm like, and then, and then like fight week, take off from work and go to Canada, cut weight, fight undefeated guy, win, and I was happiest guy. And then when UFC give me new contract, I'm like, yes, I made it. Now I am 2-2 official UFC fighter, and then I was the happiest man. And so that's how I really wanted to fight New York all the time. And then after I never get opportunity to fight in New York, but I would love to fight in New York Madison Square Garden. But now this time I feel much better because I already have a fight in Newark, and it was cool for me. But I'm a company man. Whenever is good for them, I will fight. But oh yeah, so you ask me now. Now even Vegas come
Yeah.
very comfortable for me. I live there. I have a house there. I can sleep in my bed and fight in Vegas. That will be very comfortable and easy for me. Yeah. So I will still say New York will be better option. But if UFC wants to me wait more and fight December in Vegas, I will be fine too.
Do you,
No issue.
Merab, do you feel like the UFC is behind you? Do you feel like the brass is behind you, that they want to promote you, that they want to support you?
Of course, yes. Right now, as you guys see, yeah, like now I get so much love, support from UFC, and now actually I understand like why UFC was upset of me, because I understand how this business works, and I know they run business and they know how to run the business, and that's why they have this big company, and like me, um, you know we all have an ego, and then we all think we're doing right thing and we can fight whenever you want. We can all talk like in social media, but when we want to fight stuff, but you have to be company man, and you have to fight whenever they want to fight and whoever you want to fight, and whoever they want to fight, and if you do that, then you're a good man, so yeah, yeah, I mean, UFC. Even beginning, of course, like I'm grateful for UFC, man. But like yeah, I say something in speech and they don't like it. Now I understand, but I'm not regret nothing. I am who I am, and I will still do same. If I think that it's right for me, and this is who I am. This is how my parents raised me, and I have to speak truth, and I have to do what I think is uh, right.
I know you're asked often about if you're the bantamweight GOAT, and you talk about Aljo, and you're very humble. But is this a goal of yours to make it so definitive and undisputed that you are the greatest bantamweight of all time? Is this something that you think of?
No, not like I mentioned like 1 minute ago. The fact that I'm fighting in UFC and I'm a UFC fighter, and I have a job here, and I'm happy. But now I'm a champion, and mention my name with these great champions, and this is of course means a lot for me. But no, okay, what I want, Ariel, is I want to do my best. I want to push my limit. That's what I'm focused on. Then I I don't, yeah, anything else. I want to just I want to keep fight long as I can, and because every fight, every win is big for my country, big for my team, and I'm gonna do a lot of great things with that. I'm trying to like support young fighters from Georgia. I'm like now, like I'm in the work to build gym in Georgia for give people like charity gym, like, and then they give better uh quality gym was how I should say.
Yeah, like a good place to train, right?
Yeah, good place to save, and exactly, big gym and good gym, and so because there is lots of gyms, but small gyms, no good mats, no octagon, no coach, no shower, and then I wanna like just it just makes me happy to just give back to my country, some
Yes, I
what
love
I
it.
can.
And what a time for your country with Ilya fighting in a couple of weeks as well. It's unbelievable what this small nation has done, and not to mention the other fighters coming out from there. Do you have any interest at some point in the Pantoja fight? This is the one that people are talking about. If he continues to win, you continue to win a super fight. Does this interest you?
Um, you mean if he's come in my division?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yes. If he will move up in my weight class and UFC interesting with that, no problem. That would be a fight. I'm sure a lot of people will be interesting, and no problem. I respect Pantoja. Pantoja will be a top opponent for me. And if Pantoja wants this, and if UFC wants this, I have no problem with that.
Okay. And the last thing, Merab, I saw this, and by the way, these people walking by you here, do they know that one of the greatest fighters in the world is sitting in his car right now? Do they have any idea who you are?
Not his neighbors. They live next street. I live in North Belmore, in Long Island, and that's why I have my old car here. And I'm sitting here.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they don't know who I am, but some people in my block they know who I am. But
If you were in Georgia right now, you couldn't sit in the car right now, right? You'd be swarmed by people.
no way, brother, no way.
It must be nice to have this double life, right?
Yes, in US, I live peaceful because, but not anymore actually because like you guys go supermarket shopping, Walmart, I get recognized. No, it's good. I like it. I like people recognize me, but to be honest, when people don't recognize me, I'm happy. I'm always looking for now like the quiet places to people hopefully don't recognize me. But if people recognize me, I'm happy. Of course, I like it. Of course, feels good, but like so yeah,
I love it.
just like this.
I just wanted to ask you about the picture you posted of you and Kayla from several years ago. Where was this picture? And it's amazing that you
Yes.
guys were together on the same card celebrating. It was beautiful to see. But this is from, I think, 9 years ago, right?
Yes, these pictures from 9 years ago. We take in New York. It was judo tournament, and as you guys know, my background is judo, and Kyle Harrison, she's the judo queen, and I was a fan of her, and she was always cool and nice, and after she wasn't competed. I competed there like some judo tournament, and we take a picture, and that time I was 2-2, and she haven't make MMA debut yet, and I asked her about that MMA. She said yeah, she was interesting, and she said I want to be next Ronda Rousey. But I'm like in my head, how? Like she's big, she was huge always, and how she's gonna make 145, and and I don't remember if 9 years ago the UFC even have a 145 division, and I'm like, how it's possible to she can fight, make the weight and stuff. But today here we are. I'm champion. She's champion, and we both made history.
I love it. So happy for you, Merab. I wish you nothing but the best, continued success. Congratulations on the great win. Enjoy your time back home. I know you're going to Azerbaijan, and then, of course, International Fight Week to support your good friend and brother, Ilia Topuria. None of this could be happening to a better person, to a better human being, and you're such a great representative of the sport and of the weight class and of your country. So congratulations. Enjoy it all. And again, what a great performance. And thank you always for coming on the show. I really, really do appreciate it on the Monday after the big fight.
Thank you, Ariel. I appreciate it. Now I regret I don't came your show. It came so.
No problem.
I wanted to get little sleep, and that's why I stay in my house. But I still don't get a sleep, and I still don't have this opportunity to come your show. But
You're welcome anytime.
yeah. Okay, I appreciate you, man. I always enjoy, and yeah, you one of who inspire me. To of course when you are fighter, you wanted to come best, and then eventually you will have an interview with Ariel Helwani, and people like you motivate young MMA fighters, and you're doing a great job, Ariel, and always pleasure to be in your show. Thank you.
Thank you, Merab. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Safe travels home.
Thank
There
you.
he is, the great Merab Dvalishvili, the Bantamweight champion. What a pleasure it is to talk to him. So freaking humble. I'll mention it until I'm blue. The time that we did the Ringer MMA show in New York 3 years ago, and he was our guest at a barbecue spot. I don't remember the name. TST would. In any event, he showed up like 3 hours early and was just like, yeah, I'm cool. I'll just sit at the bar, scroll on my phone, get a glass of water or something. As down to earth as it gets. And now he's starting to enter the conversation of greatest of all time at 135. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.